everybody, welcome to workout number 2, body weight basics. So today we're going to review some of the basics of body weight exercises that you need to know to perfect your form. And if you're an exerciser that's been working out for years, this is a great way to just fine-tune a couple of things. First, let's warm up. So we're going to stand tall, hands at the hips, abs in tight, and I just want you to start to make a circle, alternating legs with your knee. So feel the connection between your abs and your leg movement, just kind of opening up through the hips gently. Good. Now go ahead and reverse the circle. I want you to go out and in towards the midline of your body with the leg. Feels kind of funky, I know, the first couple of times you do it. Bring it out and around, out and around. So you're gonna use your inner thighs to help draw the knee in towards the midline. Keep the shoulders down, abs in, tall posture. One more time in each direction. Good. Now, let's go ahead and start gently easing into our first exercise, which is one of my favorite body weight moves, the squat. So you're gonna take your feet hip distance apart, and I want you to sit back as if you're sitting into a chair. Just start with your hands crossed over your hips and sit back with your hips. Now, if you're just beginning, if you have knee issues, you're gonna keep this really small. You may even wanna put a chair behind you to work on really perfecting your form with your hips pushing back. So sit back, just hold that static squat to begin. If you're ready for a little bit more of a challenge, you can reach your arms in front of you or even up by your ears. So all we're gonna do here, instead of coming all the way down and up out of this squat, is we're gonna inch down and then come right back here. So I want you to drop as low as you can, sit back in your hips, keep your chest lifted. We're gonna come down and up 10 times. So we're gonna come down and up. 1, lift, 2, lift, 3, really squeeze, 4, and up, that's it, 5, lift, 6, lift, 7, good, 8, give me 2 more, 9, and 10. Now hold it, hold it, hold it. Keep your abs in and tight. You can stay here or maybe try lifting your heels just a smidge off the floor. Press over your big toes, arms out, arms up. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I can't look at you, I lose my balance. 2, 1, hands on the thighs, roll up nice and slow. Okay, that was your squat. Let's move in to a lunge, my second favorite body weight exercise. Hands at your hips, feet hip width apart. You're gonna step back with this leg. Bend both knees 90 degrees. So think about your back knee going right underneath your hip, front knee goes right over that front ankle. Hands can stay at the hips. If you wanna make it a little harder, reach them in front of you or up by your ears. I'm gonna keep mine at my hips. So we're gonna come down and up just like we did in the squat in this position, 10 times, small little movements. Here we go. 10, come back. 9, good. 8, push down through that front foot, really strong. 7, 6, keep that tall posture, abs in tight. 5, 4, start to feel those muscles. 3, 2, give me 1 more. Great job, step the feet hip width apart. Now we get to do the other side. Step back, bend your knee right underneath your hips. So take a minute, adjust your feet if you need to. Check your front knee is over your ankle. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Down and up, 10 more times. Here we go. 10, press. 9, good. 8, 7, that's it. 6, and 5, 4, really working. 3, and 2, give me 1 more. Nice job. Okay, so let's head on down to the floor. So we're gonna move on to a plank position. So this can be a little tough, especially if you're just starting out. So I wanna give you some options here. I want you to begin with me on your elbows. More advanced exercisers, you may be ready to go right up to your hands. We're gonna take the legs back, and I want you to extend out through your heels, making a line from your heels through your hips and out through your head. Now, if at any point this gets to be too intensive, simply just drop your knees lightly to the floor. The number one thing I want you to concentrate on is avoiding letting your hips sag to the floor. So I'm gonna show you the no-no. This is what we don't want. I want you to draw the abs in tight, pull your shoulders down your back, zip your belly button into your spine, and just hold. We're gonna stay in this static contraction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Softly come down to your knees. Just sit your hips back towards your heels. Take a little breather. Great job. Moving on, while we're on the floor, let's try some push-ups. So, everybody cringes when we say the word push-ups. Don't freak out. Couple of options for you. First, I don't have a wall available, but you might need to head on over to the wall and try your push-ups there first. Just take your hands wider than your shoulders, standing tall with your feet out. Option 2, if you want to try the floor, you're going to take this on bent knees. Make sure you're not on top of the kneecaps, you're over the tops of the knees. Option 3, my more advanced folks, please feel free to go right out onto your toes. So we want to check and make sure that the chest is between the thumbs. So we don't want to let the hands go in front of the shoulders. That's when we start to feel that shoulder impingement. Doesn't feel good. So we're going to go as low as we can, and that just may mean a couple inches with your elbows and back up for now. Totally fine. I want you to go where you can 10 times. Ready? Keep your abs in tight. Don't let your hips sag. We come down for 1 and push. 2 and press. 3. Middle line of the chest is between your thumbs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me 1 more. 10. Great job. Sit back, stretch it out. Excellent. So let's move on to a core exercise. So we're going to come to the hands and the knees. If you're doing your push-ups on the wall, come on down with us. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath our hips. And we're going to start by extending the front leg out behind the hip. Flex your back foot. Reach your opposite arm up in line with your shoulder. Now make sure you're not sinking into your bottom arm. You're pressing down and away from the floor with that bottom arm too. Zip your abs in tight. Try to make a line from your heels out through your fingertips. Set it down. Switch sides. So we're doing these first two a little slow so we can really make sure the body is steady. So imagine you're trying to balance a glass of tea or a cup of tea on your low back here. Don't let your back shift or drop. Come back in. Let's go a little bit quicker with the breath. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, set it down. Keep your abs pulling in tight. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, set it down. Good. Again, inhale, reach out long. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, set it down. We're just going to do 4 more. Keep that control. And 4. And in, really nice. This is 3. And in, give me 2 more. Out. And in, 1 more time. You got it. Reach out. Come back in. Great job, guys. Let's go ahead and come up off the floor gently and slowly. Take 1 foot forward. Slowly stand on up. Good. So we're going to do a stationary side lunge now. I love this exercise for working the inner and outer thighs. So take your feet to a nice wide triangle stance. So you're wider than your hips and your shoulders. You're going to sit back into your hips and bend this knee. So push your hips back, stand tall, and go to the other side. Push back, stand tall. So you want to check and make sure that the knees line up with the toes, but they don't shoot forward past them. And that's really going to happen when your hips go back, so the knee stays in alignment for you. Back and lift, and back and lift. Good. Now I want you to see if you can go from one side right into the other side. We're going to use our arms a little bit. So almost like a skating motion, like you did in your jump start cardio, but you're not leaving the floor with your feet. Yeah? So let's get into this. We're going to go 1, switch, 2, switch, 3, switch, 4, switch, 5. That's it. Abs tight, spine long. 6, 7, 8. Sit back in your hips. 9 and 10. Great job. Bring your hands to your thighs. Slowly roll up. Just slowly bring your feet in together. Good job. Okay, let's keep going. You're doing great. So we're going to move on from here and work the back of the body. So we're going to go into what's called a split stance. Front leg, back leg, heel is lifted. Both knees are soft, hands are at the hips. We're gonna keep a nice long line from the spine, from the crown of the head down through the tailbone, and you're just gonna simply bow forward, keeping that spine long, and then push up through the back of the body. So that split stance gives us a nice balanced challenge here. Look down with the eyes, come up with a flat back. You wanna make it harder, you can take your hands lightly behind your head, keep your elbows open though. Inhale and exhale. Good. So these body weight basics are a great place to get started. My more advanced folks, the next time you do these, you might want to add some weights to these exercises. We're just really fine-tuning form here. Good. Making sure that we've got our alignment in check before we start adding any sort of external resistance. So we want to keep the joints safe. One more time. Down and up. Awesome. Go ahead and switch your feet. So we're gonna do the same thing. Split stance. On the other side, keep that nice straight line through the spine, hinge forward and pull up. So you're gonna feel the front hamstring, the back of the leg, the glutes, and all those muscles that are lining your spine here as you hinge and stand up. Make sure you're breathing comfortably here. Down and up. So one of the major mistakes I see with people in these deadlift positions or bent over rows is they let the spine round. You want to keep the spine naturally straight, which means you're going to allow a little bit of an arch in your low back, so you have a natural lumbar curve there. Shoulder blades are back and together. Just give me one more. And come up. Great job. Okay, so let's head back down to the floor for our last exercise. So we're gonna really work on the abdominals with this one. So I want you to think about really scooping the abs in before you do any kind of movement. So just lay back onto your back, take your hands lightly behind your head. Now making sure that you're not pushing with your legs or your glutes, we wanna keep the pelvis parallel to the floor, fingertips light on the back of the head. Take a deep breath, exhale, close your rib cage, scoop your belly button into your spine, look forward at your legs. So don't look at the ceiling where your neck can be stressed, kind of look forward. So I'm not pushing my chin down, I'm just kind of keeping it relaxed. Slowly come back. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, come down. So again, make sure you're not pushing with your legs. So we don't want the tailbone to tuck under. We want to keep the pelvis parallel. You can use that visual that we did with the cup of tea on your low back. Imagine that cup of tea is now balancing on your pelvis. Exhale in, inhale back. Think about curling up over the top of your rib cage and lengthen back into the floor. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, lengthen. Two more. Up. Good. Last time like this. Nice. Now I want you to go ahead and stay up at the top, and we're just gonna roll from one shoulder blade to the other. So I want you to turn your shoulders towards me, rock through to the other side. Do it again. Rock forward. One and back. Two and back. Relax your head. Three, keep your elbows open. Make sure you're turning your shoulders. Four, keep that pelvis parallel to the floor. Five, good. Six, and twist. Seven, that's it. This is 8, and twist. 9, give me one more set. 10, beautiful. Hug your knees into your chest, rock yourself up to seated. Quickly, last exercise. I think I said that before. I was just kidding. Back onto your stomach. This is the last one, I promise. So we're gonna stretch the abs while we work the back of the body again. So you're laying face down on the floor, fingertips are back by your feet, point your toes. I want you to extend and lift your chest and maybe your thighs. That feels like it's too much for your low back, just keep your feet on the floor and then release down. Exhale, extend and lift. Inhale, release down. Exhale, pull your shoulders towards your hips and relax. Look at the floor when you lift so the back of the neck is long. Exhale, reach and lower. Again, lift as high as you comfortably can and slowly come down. Now as you're lifting, don't jerk up through that spine. Extend slowly and then release. Let's do 2 more. Extend slowly and release. Last one. Extend slow and relax. Take your hands under your shoulders. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Just breathe. Come up to your hands and knees. Let's just take a quick stretch to finish. Inhale, round your chin to your chest. Exhale, arch and look up. One more time. Inhale, deep breath, round. And exhale, arch. Just slowly come back to a standing position. I don't want to leave you on the floor. Come on up. Congratulations on completing workout number 2 of our Fit in 15 challenge. Your body weight basics workout is complete. Make sure to leave me a comment below. Let me know that you've done the workout and how it went for you. And I'll look forward to seeing you for workout number 3 real soon. Keep up the great work, everybody.